So welcome to the other side of the bridge. My name is Patrick, and today we'll be looking at Chelsea transfer updates. Chelsea has made about 5 signings, and we're taking a look at them one after the other to see their strengths, their positions, how much they were purchased for. So join me on this ride as we look into the players. Number one player we'll be looking at is Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, 25-year-old central midfielder, was purchased from Leicester City. He was part of the Leicester City championship winning team. He won both the Supporters and Players Player of the Year award at Leicester City. So he's doing a couple of things right. And also he's well known by the coach Enzo Maresca, who he played under last season. He'll be battling with the likes of Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Leslie Ugochukwu, and our midfield is stacked. So I really don't know the reason for the purchase, probably because of his ties to Enzo Maresca, and maybe there's one or two things tactically that the coach wants to get into as soon as possible. The second player we're also looking at is also a midfielder, and it was gotten from Aston Villa, Omari Kellyman. Omari Kellyman is a 19-year-old player. He has represented both England and Ireland in underage competitions. He was purchased by Aston Villa for a measly £600,000. Guess how much Chelsea purchased him for? £19 million after playing just 2 matches for Aston Villa. The 19-year-old is coming to Chelsea this season and is going to be part of our midfield train once again. Like I said, our midfield is quite stacked, so I really don't see the need for this player, but maybe he'll be loaned. I hope he's loaned out, to get more experience because he's quite young. And the transfer fee, 19 million, is quite on the high side, for a player with little experience. But we wish him the best over here at Chelsea, and hopefully it turns out to be a great acquisition. The third player we'll be looking at is Marc Guéhi. Marc Guéhi, a 17-year-old sensation. He came from Barcelona. We know about the La Masia Academy. He's well renowned. I think his hallmark was from last season where he scored on his debut under 33 seconds. He came to score the winner for Barcelona. He's a striker, and from what we heard, he plays a bit like Samuel Eto'o, who has also represented Barcelona, and at some time he represented Chelsea. So if he's anything like Samuel, hopefully he's a good player. He joins the ranks of our strikers. We already have quite a few, but I know the fans are actually looking out for a well-established striker. So maybe Marc Guéhi comes in with little experience at 17, but I know he's not going to be thrown into the team right away, but maybe he gets little experience out on loan, and then we'll see how it goes from there. The fourth player we'll be looking at is the defender, Abdul Nasser Oluwatosin Oluwadoyin Adarabioyo, popularly known as Tosin Adarabioyo. The 25-year-old came in from Fulham. He was a youth player in Manchester City in the past, and he was loaned out to the likes of Blackburn Rovers and West Bromwich Albion in the Championship. And, Chelsea snapped him up from Fulham on a free. His contract expired last season, so we were able to get him on a free. He's quite good, to be honest. Will be a welcome addition to our defenders. We lost Thiago Silva last season. He left Chelsea back to his hometown, Brazil. So we actually needed that, backup for Thiago. And also with the rumors going around that Chalobah might be sold, so we actually need that extra body. And he's quite good. Like I said, he's quite tall. His registers at about 1.96 meters, which is one of the tallest defenders. Badiashile is about 1.94 meters, so you can see the difference. Then the goalkeeper, Roberto Sanchez, is about 1.97, so just, a little difference in height. So trust me, Chelsea is going to be quite good at set pieces this year. We have a lot of tall defenders from Disasi to Badiashile, to Tosin, so we'll be seeing how, the team levels up on set pieces this season. So welcome addition, Tosin, and hopefully he does well for the club. The fifth player we'll be looking at is Gustavo William, the 17-year-old from Brazil. Plays for Palmeiras. People have likened him to Messi. In fact, his nickname is Messi, the junior Messi. But personally, I think he plays more like Angel Di Maria rather than Messi. A lot of clubs were out for him, the likes of Madrid, Arsenal, but Chelsea was able to snap him up, even though I'm a little bit scared about the fee. £51 million is quite a lot of money for a 17-year-old. But let's see how it goes. Let's hope and pray, he actually turns out well. Well, he won't be joining the club this season. He'll be joining the club next season in the 2025-26 season. So he's still back home in Palmeiras playing, maybe until he turns 18 before he can be able to move down to England. So he's going to be playing on the right wing, so he'll be competing for places with the likes of Noni Madueke and probably Cole Palmer, but we all know Cole Palmer can drift into the middle, or he can be playing as a 10. So let's just say he's going to be hustling for positions with Noni Madueke, which I really, really hope he has a good, season, or a good time out this season. He did well last season, but he needs to improve a lot. So without wasting much time, let's look at the next player, Renato Veiga Palma, 21-year-old from FC Basel. And I remember FC Basel, that's where we got Salah from, when we played them in the Champions League, and Salah was phenomenal. It's a pity he couldn't make it out in England, or he couldn't make it out in Chelsea. We all know his story in Liverpool and when he went to Roma and the likes. He did quite well, but just, didn't have that patience, or we didn't have that patience for him to blossom at Chelsea. So another Basel player, Renato, quite young, 21-year-old, and he's known as the Swiss Army knife. He can play multiple positions. He can play in central midfield, central defensive midfield, on the left back, central defense. So he's quite versatile, and I think we actually need that kind of player because Chelsea players were so injury prone last season, and imagine if a player like Cucurella had been knocked out, with injury, we wouldn't have any recognizable left back. So having a player that is versatile is quite, to come in handy. So let's see how he does or how he goes. We bought him for around £14 million, which is quite cheap, for a player of his, skill, a player of his versatility. In other news, we'll be looking at the Euro. The Euro will be coming to a close on Sunday, and we have 3 Chelsea players on parade. We have Cucurella from Spain, and our Chelsea boys, Gallagher, or English boys rather, Gallagher and Cole Palmer. Let's look at the stats real quick. Okay, looking at the key stats for Marc Cucurella, he's played 5 matches. His passing accuracy has been magnificent, with 91.2% passing accuracy. He's played about 456 minutes, which is quite a lot. It's distance covered about 53.27 meters. 8 tackles, 31 balls recovery. Most of all, no yellow card, no red cards. He's been quite good, to be honest, in these Euros, and he has even surprised me. In fact, from the tail end of last season, maybe from the middle, Cucurella has been, quite a revelation. He's done very, very well. Let's also look at Cole Palmer from England. He hasn't really played much. He's been coming off the bench. He hasn't started any match, but when he comes in, he actually makes, very good impact. He has played 4 matches, 124 minutes, which is quite small. 0 goals, 1 assist, 0 yellow card, 0 red card, 79.25% accuracy. Then lastly, Conor Gallagher, he had his chance to shine in the second match for England, but he didn't really take it. He's played 5 matches. Most of it has come from the bench. He's only started once. He's played 118 minutes, 1 yellow card. Come on, it's Conor Gallagher. He's going to have a yellow card. 0 red cards, 0 goals, 0 assists, 73.6% accuracy. I think they've done well for themselves, and I think whichever way it goes, Chelsea is going to have a player winning the Euro, and hopefully it rubs off on the rest of the team, and they kick off from there. That's all I have for you today. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.